dive into the segment with the latest coming on the BJP Congress spat that has taken place over the G20. A mega political face-off is taking place between the BJP and Congress, this over the mega G20 event. After Jairam Ramesh calls G20 Summit as election campaign for the BJP and for Prime Minister Modi, he also labels Prime Minister as a great event manager. The BJP has now hit back at Jairam Ramesh, saying that it's very unfortunate and condemnable that the Congress party, instead of celebrating the achievements of India, are now opposing an international event such as the G20 because of blind hatred for Prime Minister Modi. BJP has further added that it's all in India's interest. The Congress is only criticizing just for the sake of it. Let's also listen in to what BJP's Nalin Kohli has to say.
It is unfortunate and condemnable that the Congress party, instead of celebrating the achievements of India, out of its blind hatred for Prime Minister Modi, will oppose even that what is in India's interest. The G20 events and programs are being held across the country in different states. People from abroad are coming, traveling to different parts of India. Important meetings are taking place. Functionaries are there. States are getting to meet these people. People from the states officials are getting to interact with these people. It's all in India's interest. So instead of celebrating something that has brought India to the global map in a manner that has never happened before, the Congress is only criticizing for the sake of criticism or political points. Is this appropriate? For the sake of their politics, will they run down the country's achievements? And the Congress party should reflect that when it came to Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru ji, the first Prime Minister, the Congress party for decades said what a great diplomat he was, how many things he did on the international scale. So all those were event management, so what? So the Congress party and its leadership must not just introspect, but also somewhere realize that their politics at the cost of India's interests cannot serve the country.
All right, for more details, let's quickly go across to our senior political editor Pallavi Ghosh joining me on the phone line. Pallavi, taking Nalin Kohli's point a step further, important to refer back to Jairam Ramesh's tweet also, where ironically he's also tom-tomming Indira Gandhi's achievements when she organized various international events like the non-aligned summit and even the Commonwealth meet.
Yes, and in fact, when we were discussing this in the morning, that's exactly what we were talking about, that, it's all very well to have your opposition to your opponent and as far as domestic politics are concerned. But when any big event is taking place, and even to use a word to the Congress, that this is a very natural presidency India is getting of the G20 Summit, but still on an international platform, and when this word gets out, it doesn't make it look nice that your political opponents are targeting each other. And this is an event which does not belong to only to the government. It's something which belongs to the country. And therefore, it will be seen as opposing something which would actually bring you a lot of attention on the global platform.
Absolutely, Pallavi. And whenever it comes to Prime Minister Narendra Modi, somebody who's been constantly and continuously credited for taking the country over to the international stage, why is Congress always baying for his foreign policy decisions or his tours, whether it comes to Modi in the United States or even visiting France as recent as his France visit?
Yeah, and this has always backfired on them. At the end of the day, the Congress were indulging in a whataboutery, saying that even you've targeted us when you used to go abroad. But the point is, at this point of time, the G20 Summit is being seen as a big push from India to showcase to the world that we cannot be seen as a third world or underdeveloped country. We made many strides, economic sector, social sector, and in many ways, for example, during the COVID times, we actually showed the world how to deal with it. And therefore, G20, the two-day summit, is going to be used by India to showcase this point. And if the Congress party is going to start undermining the achievement of India, politically speaking, it's also something which is likely to boomerang on the Congress.
Absolutely. And when you say that it is going to boomerang on the Congress, what do you make of the inherent contradiction? Because on one hand, if Jairam Ramesh is saying that this is only protocol, that the presidency must come to India, at the same time, it is the Congress which has continuously been politicizing the G20. First, it began with the unveiling of the logo when the logo was released, and now it is the summit overall being labeled as an election campaign.
Yes, exactly. And what Jairam Ramesh is also trying to say is that, for example, that India had a presidency of NAM, and I remember it was held in Vigyan Bhavan where Fidel Castro and Indira Gandhi were the prime minister, and all of them were very much there. That was also showcased as something which was a big achievement for our country. a similar point being made by the BJP that one doesn't undermine these kind of situations. It just helps you to show the world that we are world ready, and therefore you need to be on the same page, at least as far as the foreign policy is concerned.
And Pallavi, the biggest argument that the opposition, not just the Congress, but even members of parties like the TMC are hurling at Prime Minister Modi, they are questioning the achievements when India was, the talk of the town, even when Prime Minister Modi was in the United States. They said that a lot of it was show but lacked substance. They are now questioning the inherent achievements of these state visits.
See, there are many parties, even within the India front opposition, who are not convinced with the line which is being taken by the Congress. In private and sometimes even publicly, I remember Mamata Banerjee had made a statement that when he's going abroad, he's actually representing our country, and therefore we will never ever attack the Prime Minister when he is abroad, because this is something which makes us look very bad. Remember, Congress party was the only party which were actually, while the Prime Minister was there in America, making the point that why is he wasting his time there when he should have really been in India to deal with the Manipur issue. At that point of time, many of the other opposition parties refused to get engaged on the same point because they understood that how this is something which could backfire on them.